Hi everybody, my name is Rhys Barber. I'm the audiologist here at Audiology Associates.
And my name is Taylor Green, and welcome to day 19 of Wax Vent.
If you've never seen Wax Vent before, guys, this is where we spoil you over Christmas with a new earwax removal video every single day from day 1 to day 25. I'm going to stop talking because this is Taylor's patient.
So I was going to say, it's a pretty interesting one for you. It's a nice quick one, but a very, very interesting one. You can see this patient came to see me around, I think this was around, when was it, about a year ago. Just over a year ago. I think it must have been about 14 months ago this patient came to us. This little, you could probably see that little white, almost like it looks like a foreign body in the ear, just in the middle of this kind of dead skin. This patient had suffered with middle ear effusion, which is fluid behind the eardrum, which was not clearing. There's a lot of pressure that was building up. So this patient has actually had a grommet fitted. If you don't know what a grommet is, it's a tiny little tube that is inserted into the eardrum, which kind of, not mechanically, is that mechanically, would you put it that way?
It allows air, I would say probably allows airflow through the eardrum, so it helps to aerate the middle ear space a lot quicker, allows that fluid to drain away a lot quicker.
That's what I meant.
There you are, that's what you were saying.
So we've got the forceps here, because the suction wasn't really doing much. This was still holding on in little areas, so we're just gently trying to pull this away without breaking this apart. Which, as you just seen, we just did, unfortunately. So we're going to pop back in again. I'm trying to go very, very carefully here, because I don't know where at this point this is holding on. I don't know if this is still attached to the eardrum or whether this has started to migrate out of the ear. So I'm just trying to get a little look underneath that little flap there.
Because grommets will be surgically implanted, so basically you're knocked out. They make a little incision into the eardrum, push the grommet, looks like a little tiny cotton reel. So it allows air through, fluid to drain much quicker then, and it's natural process of draining to the back of the throat. But the grommet will fall out normally after a certain amount of time as the eardrum repairs itself. So to find it embedded in a thick layer of skin here, you're always going to be a little bit more cautious, because that thick layer of skin could have come off the eardrum. So you're going to just take it nice and gently to pull this out. Last thing we want to do, because if it's had surgery on the eardrum, the skin's going to be a little bit thinner, so if it's attached at that point, you could end up causing damage to the eardrum itself.
The last time I saw this particular patient, the grommet was actually still inserted inside the eardrum, and this particular type of grommet is called a Shah grommet. Now I believe, correct me if I'm wrong guys on here, but I believe patients are told these will last around about 12 to 18 months before they'll come out, and you can actually see it's a really, really good job. You can't actually really see any scarring on the eardrum. No, so that's a really, really good job that has been done on that grommet. Fair play. Yeah.
It's not usually you'll see little cloudy patches. Now, interestingly, I think on the next video, you do see some cloudy patches on the eardrum, so it'll give you an indication what we're looking for as scar tissue buildup. But that grommet is basically come out nice and cleanly, just stuck to a bit of skin on the outer part of the ear canal. There it is. You can see a little white thing. It's like a polar mint. That's the grommet there. But eardrum looking lovely and healthy.
Looking great. Now, I actually broke this apart just to kind of show you guys a little easier, because you can't really see it on the white paper. But what have we got there? That's an inch.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to do it. 2.5 centimeters to an inch. There you go. There's the grommet.
Quite a small, tiny little plastic tube that's popped into the eardrum.
You can see there's two different shapes. So the front end is almost like a round circle, like a polar mint. The second is more of like a teardrop shape. So when they insert it, the teardrop shape goes in, and basically that anchors it in place for about 12 months. As the eardrum repairs itself, it slowly pushes that out. So you use it for treating, as Taylor said, middle ear effusion, or more commonly known as glue ear. So it's very common in children. This type of surgery. Less common in adults. As we grow, the tubes are a little bit wider, so you can drain the fluid a little bit quicker and a bit easier. But in children, because the heads are still quite small, the tubes can't drain the fluid particularly well. So I'm not too sure whether this is your patient or my patient, this one. I'm not 100% sure on this one, but it's very thick and sticky, whichever patient it is.
Again, I can't remember again whether this is mine or yours.
It's so dry, and you can see I've gone almost straight in here, or we've gone almost straight in here with the Jobson cover, which was with the Jobson horn, and this is dry as a chip. As I'm pulling this out, you can see it's just sort of yanky on the outside bit there to try and get this plug out. but it's almost flicking off the top. So this patient, I would say, probably hasn't used any olive oil before they came along.
It's crumbly again.
Very dry and crumbly. That looks like it might be attached to a little bit of skin there if it hasn't popped out cleanly. Oh no, there it is.
Oof,
That's dark, that's old wax, so it's very, very dark old wax. There, we talk about that sort of material. You can see that white on the eardrum there. That's a bit of tympanosclerosis, which is just almost like calcification of the eardrum. So you get this little white patches on the cloudy patches. You'll also get that with scar tissue. You can get it with age, and that looks more aged because it looks more like broken down cotton wool, more kind of mottled. Whereas if it was scar tissue, it would tend to be a much thicker, denser, white colour on it. So exactly the same issue on this side as well.
Excuse my voice again, guys. I am overcoming this this little cold I've got. I'm back to normal, but my voice is still a little bit croaky, so I do apologise.
Hence why I'm doing most of the talking again today. Chatting away here. just keep giving them nudges. I'll keep going. I'll go. So you can see we've got this long. It's kind of as it came away, it sort of broke apart and unraveled like that as it comes out of the ear canal. And this is just all dry skin, dry wax, all mixed together in here. But tough old plug, that one.
Come away surprisingly easy though.
It did, it did. You can actually, well, if I show you the eardrum very quickly again, if you blink you miss it, bottom left hand corner you'll see those two little circles. They look like retraction pockets to me. So it may well be that this patient has had either a perforation or some surgery on the ears at some point and left a little bit of a thinning material there as well, which is just formed those two little retraction pockets.
That was definitely yours, that one.
That was definitely mine. There you go, like little marbles, little wax marbles they are there, guys. So if I go inches then, I'm going to say just under an inch.
Yeah, 2 centimetres and a little bit.
And a bit. 2.136 centimeters exactly. So thank you guys for watching that video. Say, oh guys, if you do enjoy the videos, click the like button, click the subscribe button. I will remember to do it in the middle of the next video. And as always, guys, take care of yourselves.
Take care of your ears.
And take care of one another, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye everyone.
Bye.